What's up guys, WildcatBirdie here, just bringing you guys a game on jungle. It's Team Deathmatch. So this here guys is just a game I wanted to bring you guys because these guys here crack me up. I get off to a terrible start, but that'll change shortly and you guys will probably enjoy it like I did. So just to give you a little bit of a background on what happened, these guys here, they were just sitting there, complaining about, me having a lag switch and me having all these other things, which none of which is true. I don't cheat. I hate cheaters. I think it's wrong. I mean, just play the game. It's a game. Why do you need to cheat to be good? Just have fun. So, as you can see here, just playing with my buddy Collapse, and we are playing. All of a sudden, one guy leaves, another guy leaves, and all of a sudden it's down to 2 on 6. These guys are all partied up together playing against us. They were all talking shit to me and my buddy, and they said that they were gonna just beat us so bad this round. Well, we come out and we lose all of our guys, and at this point here, it's just me and my buddy. And the thing that was really bad about this is my buddy was up on the rock at this moment, and it spawns me way over here. So I'm kind of like, alright, we're on 2 opposite sides of the map, so we kind of got to try to work this to our advantage. And surely enough, I'm sitting here picking them off from this side, kind of trying to move around smart and make sure that, we still end up doing decent on this group here, against this group. Well, here my buddy gets killed. So we're like, alright, if I stay alive, he should spawn over by me and we'll be okay. Well, so I'm just sitting here trying to stay alive long enough, and I end up getting killed. My buddy then spawns here. So I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, alright, they're going to spawn me back in with my buddy. He's over here. Everything's going to be great. Nope, they spawned me on the other side of the map. So at this point here, I'm just trying to work my way back over through their team and just kind of destroy them. Doesn't really work out too well. Like I said, I'm off to a pretty bad start. I'm now 6 and 6. So I'm sitting here, get killed some more. My buddy's killing some guys. All in all, we're not exactly in the best of shape at this moment, but we do have the lead. As you can see, it's 1400 to 1100 at this time. So we're sitting here and we decide that we want to keep this side here, and we keep going. So I place a claymore there just in case they do make it around the edge. Later on I realize that that's a terrible spot for a claymore, and I end up moving it here pretty shortly. But we're sitting here, we've got radar up now. We're constantly trying to figure out, how to keep the lead and not let them get around behind us. There's only the 2 of us here, and we're sitting here as we're playing this. We're like, oh man, this is ridiculous. So I'm trying to watch that down the hillside area, and my buddy's watching the other way. Well, it doesn't always work out, so we just kind of let it go, and we decide not to worry about it. And here, awesome napalm strike, take out their entire team with that. So after that comes through, check the score, they're all dead from that. That was awesome. So I'm continuing to move around here, like I said, and we finally get teammates here after 5 minutes of playing, and it's 2800 to 1200 with just me and my buddy against this entire party, and none of them are doing very good at all. So it really just, Hog and I were getting a kick out of this because they're sitting there complaining about, you know, him and I, and how we were cheating in other games when we weren't. I mean, they had the host connection, and they wanted to complain about me not having a good connection with them. Well, that's not my fault, so what am I supposed to do about it, you know? So we continue to just play. These other teammates that we have decided that they wanted to just go running into their spawn up here, which my buddy and I, Hog, well, collapse. We were sitting there and we're like, seriously, why? Why are you guys doing this? We've got them stuck back here, and it's like, why are you guys continuing to run? My buddy and I, we just wanted to dominate them, and we would have rather have stuck with the two of us against all of them the entire game, just to make a point of the fact that we were better than them, and they really did not like it one bit. So as you can see there, you know, I moved my Claymore to a better position just to ensure, you know, that if somebody does get around, that Claymore is actually going to get them. So we're sitting here, and I'm continuing to just, you know, I will say, you know, this was a little bit of camping, but you know, when it's 2-on-6, you kind of have to. You can't play stupid. And so yeah, this is kind of what happens when you and your teammate work together, and you can end up beating a team on your own, basically. So overall, like I said, you know, this was an awesome game. These guys were talking shit to us the entire time, and my buddy and I were just getting a kick out of it. I mean, we were laughing our asses off in the lobby, and throughout the beginning of the first 5 minutes of this game, we were sitting there laughing because of these guys, you know, sitting here getting all pissed off at us, and then, you know, we're beating them 2-on-6. So it's all about, you know, just playing smart, and that's all him and I did. So here, you know, we see on the radar there's a guy working his way around here. I'm not really sure where he is though. And sure enough, you know, he's no longer over here as a threat. So I moved back over to over in the ruins, where I can see a better vantage point at the village there, because that's where they all are, and I know it. So, you know, like I said, I wanted these guys to kind of sit back, and at this point here, you know, I wasn't exactly doing much. There wasn't really anybody coming through. So, you know, I move over here, figuring there's going to be some people coming, and I'm speeding this up because, like I said, you know, a lot of this is kind of boring. I get a couple more kills here. There's a guy coming up around behind us, and it's kind of worrying me. I'm trying to find out where he is. I can't find him. I figure a teammate got him. And there, you see my Claymore just got somebody. And then that guy comes in behind, and here we are, you know, after all of that, I go 21-9 as a 2-on-6 game, which was absolutely ridiculous. So you guys have a good one, and I will be talking to you guys again later.